guys were here for the press conference after the third match of the Men's U-Sport National Championships. A 3-0 win for the number 2 McMaster Marauders over the number 7 Saskatchewan Huskies. And first and foremost, guys, congratulations on the 3-0 win. This is just general. Sask, comes in as the third Canada West team, but we know how strong that conference is. Are you maybe a little surprised to have walked away with that one in 3 straight sets?
No.
Fair enough. It seems like you guys are ready to play and ready to go. How did it feel to play in a packed Birch game tonight?
Yeah, incredible. I think we had a lot of excitement going into this one, and as soon as I got in there, as soon as we got in there, you could just sense it in the locker room when we were warming up. We were ready to go. We channeled that excitement really well. So.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. You can really feel the adrenaline early, and everyone was real bouncy today. So.
Obviously, you guys ran away with the first set, but both sets 2 and 3, you guys had to battle back and fight a little bit. How did you guys stay so calm and not get too overstimulated in that environment enough to be able to battle back and take those 2 sets and sets 2 and 3 from behind?
I would say it's from our experience, earlier matches that we played, especially some of the non-conference against some of the American teams. We had a lot of similar matches that went a little bit longer than that one did, but similar fight, and we know how to do that. We know how to do it with our crowd, and we did it again tonight. So,
Coach, overall, how do you feel about your team's performance tonight? Is there certain things that you'd like to improve before the semifinals tomorrow?
Yeah, I didn't think our middle was tremendous tonight. They did a pretty good job of trying to control it, but Wojji didn't have his greatest night, but he did from a block point of view. But that performance doesn't happen without the proper preparation. I've been preaching this for the last 4 weeks. These guys have been dialed into their game planning, film watching, just the details. So if they're not prepared, maybe those moments get a little bit bigger. But when you're that prepared, that's how you weather that storm. And kudos to them for doing all the work up to Friday.
Robbie, now obviously go with the hot hand. Coop had 10 kills, but it seemed like you spread the offense out pretty well. Was that the game plan going into it?
We just play every situation a little differently, see what the other team's trying to take away, and then we adjust accordingly.
Michael from 49 Sports. Just in terms of this is for anyone who can answer this. In terms of the blocking tonight, I'm curious, maybe to the point you're saying, but Dave, in terms of preparation, what kind of work well for blocking or even preparation-wise what led you to that?
Well, we're pretty big. Even Robbie plays much bigger. So that gives us opportunities to touch those balls at the net. So I thought that was good. I thought the guys did a really good job of understanding the shots that were in front of them and kind of what we wanted to take away. And we didn't stop it all night, but we stopped it at some really critical times. Sammy had a couple of pretty key blocks, and the ones that you missed probably just by a sliver, right? So he was dialed in tonight, and so yeah, I think some of it is preparation and some of it is athleticism.
yeah, I mean, I think preparation says a lot. That makes me feel really comfortable about what I need to do. I'm not going up to block, not knowing what's coming at me. And then that gives me the freedom to, if I need to stray from that, if I see something else coming at me, then I can work with that. So yeah, I just felt really comfortable with what I had to do tonight.
We got to ask you this now because we don't know who's going to win the next match, so we got to ask about both. You guys have played Montreal this year. Start with them. Didn't necessarily go the way you wanted back then. When you look at Montreal, what do they do well? What worries you about Montreal?
They're really balanced. They're really athletic. They're really well coached. So at this stage, you don't find weaknesses, right? You just try and minimize their strengths as much as you can, and so that competitive matrix that we try and work our way through. But yeah, Montreal's really, really good.
But the first answer that you gave when they were asked, was it a surprise for 3 sets? You guys are clearly confident. So when you look at, saying when you played Montreal, it was back at the beginning of October. Do you look at that and then say, that's a long time ago, there's a lot changed? Or do you still go into it going, they're still the scary team we play?
Well, I don't know. I might have to defer to Robbie that one because I wasn't actually at that tournament. So
Cool.
Yeah, a lot has changed since that tournament. I think all the guys are ready to go and play no matter who comes out of this next one.
The other side, if Trinity Western wins, maybe Dave, this has to go to you because you've been around longest. They've kind of been your boogeyman.
Rude.
No, I mean, it's
No,
a
true.
team that has.
Yeah, that's very
seen you
true.
fits over the years.
Yep.
So does that mean that you would love to get a crack at them, or that you wouldn't mind if they slipped out of the picture?
Hey, that's not up to me. My job is to make sure these guys are prepared. So whoever comes out of this, good for them. But my job is to make sure that these guys are ready to go. It has nothing to do with who's in that one. It's going to be who's playing us tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
You are aware, I mean, obviously you're aware though of the history with Trinity Western. That is
I'm vaguely familiar. Yeah, vaguely familiar. Hey, they're one of the premier programs in the country. They are. So is Alberta, and now so is Sherbrooke. You're into the top of the top. There's no ducking. You can't, this is what you pay for. This is why we came here. This is what we want to do. So are we concerned? No. Are we excited? No. Yeah, very. Are we respectful? For sure. We know they're good teams, but it doesn't matter who we play. It's going to be a good team.
Do you guys feel like you're playing your best volleyball right now?
I think we played our best volleyball today. For Friday the 17th of March, I think we played our best game today. We talked a bit before too about not trying to peak and just play optimally, right? And I thought we played really well today. Then Saskatchewan did a lot of good things against us, and we had to grind. But yeah, I thought we did exactly what we needed to today.
How
Yeah.
big was Matthew Rogozin for you guys? Like, he was making some real good digs. He was getting some good touches defensively. Like, I thought he had a fantastic match.
yeah, I mean it's a blessing to play on the floor with him. Like you're playing defense and see a ball get hit on our side that you're like, okay, well that's over, and then it just comes up and you're like, okay, we're in it, and that type of energy is huge. Just mid rally, it's not necessarily like a point, but it's it's different. It's really helpful.
When he gets going and when he's really focused, there is just some miracle plays that happen. It's just phenomenal to see him go to work.
You guys excited to play another pack gym again tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean that's.
It's warm in there. I might have to look at a wardrobe change or something. I'm wearing a jacket for crying out loud. So.
I can't believe we've gone this long in this conference without mentioning Brendan Mills, just the type of player you want. He's stepped up big in the playoffs, and tonight, can you speak to the impact that he's had on the whole team?
Yeah, I would just say I trust the guy, and that's one of the biggest things when you're playing in matches like this. When the ball gets dished back there, I'm like, yep, that's a kill. And so, yeah, it's another really comfortable player to be on the floor with. A lot of trust there.
Does his emergence really, you have the depth now, you went to Williams as a serving sub, you finished the game for you guys, you still have Gaetan on the bench as well. Does that give you guys that much more confidence that you have extra guys in the pocket who can go out there and ball?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
we just have so many guys that can come off our bench for us to, at any given moment, at any given time, anyone that comes off that bench onto the court, I have full faith in them. I think everyone else does too.
Yeah, Pete Ragosi came in tonight. That ball that he served in the third set was world class. He put him in trouble. Those are the little things right now that we kind of try and work through and get some value added out of all those guys. But I know everybody wants to be on the floor. Even the guys that didn't make the dress roster want to be on the floor. That's the kind of program that we aspire to run. But we also trust each other pretty well, as Sammy said. So it's when it's working like that, it's fun to watch.
Last question.
I just got a question. It's a bit more specific for Robbie. I think we see this in a lot of games, but you and Wojciech are really great on blocks together, even though you've got a pretty big height difference. And kind of like similar to your chemistry, and was it natural or something you kind of built up over time?
It's definitely something that built up over time. When I played in club, I played with a lot of guys that were around my height, even in the middle. So coming here and then that drastic change of having guys that are like basically 7 feet tall to set to is just like such a treat. And so right from the get-go, like I knew I wanted to go to him offensively, and then defensively, it all comes over time.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.